Hi, everybody. In this video, we'll look at how to solve an absolute value equation and some absolute value inequalities. So we'll start with the problem, the absolute value of x minus 7 equals 3. Now, absolute value refers to a distance. So this is saying that the distance between some number and 7 is 3. Now we know distance can go either right or left. So we want to go either 3 to the right or 3 to the left of 7. So intuitively, we know 3 to the right would be 10 and 3 to the left would be 4. But to solve this algebraically, you would say x minus 7 is either equal to 3 or x minus 7 equals -3, because you could either go to the right or to the left on the number line. And then if you solve those, add 7 to both sides, you would have x is equal to 10 or x is equal to 7 minus 3 is 4. So what we expected, 10 and 4. If we looked at that on a number line, if we look at the number 7 as our center point, 3 units to the right of that would be 10, 3 units to the left of that would be 4. Okay, now we'll change this up a little bit. Instead of having the inequality be equal to 3, we'll say, what if the distance between x and 7 is less than 3? Well, then we would set it up a little bit differently. So the distance between some number and 7 is less than 3. Then if you looked at our number line, it would be the numbers in between 4 and 10. Algebraically, we would take the x minus 7 and say it has to be less than 3 or greater than -3. And then we would still solve by adding 7. We'd add 7 to each part of this inequality. There we have a 0 pair. So now we have x is in between 4 and 10. And then finally, if the distance between x and 7 were greater than 3, we would expect to have our numbers to be going out to infinity to the right and to the left. The way we would set it up algebraically is we would say that x minus 7 is greater than 3, or x minus 7 is less than, oops, I forgot the minus 7, is less than -3. Then solving both of those, adding 7 here, we have x is greater than 10, which we can write as from 10 to infinity. Or if we add 7 to both sides, x is less than 4. So to get the or, we would use the union symbol. And x is less than 4 would be from -infinity up to 4. So actually, we wouldn't want to put the union on this side. Going from left to right, we would have -infinity to 4, union 10 to infinity. Okay, so when we have the greater than situation, our distance is greater than 3, we've got an or problem. If it's a less than, the distance is less than 3, it's in between. Our answer is an and situation. Our x minus 7 is less than 3 and it's greater than -3. And we end up with x being between 4 and 10. The way we would write that in interval notation would be parentheses from 4 to 10. Parentheses. Don't confuse that with the ordered pair 4, 10. This is interval notation, we know because of the context of our problem, from 4 to 10. And another way to say that would be to use an and statement. X is less than 10 and x is greater than 4, meaning it's fitting both conditions. It's from 4 to 10. So just to recap, if your absolute value is equal to some number, you write the first equation as is. The second one, you put a negative on the constant here. If it's a less than, you're going to take what's in the absolute values and put it in between the constant and its opposite. If you have a greater than symbol, then the first one you write as is, you put or, and then the x minus 7 is less than, so you're switching the inequality symbol and putting on the opposite. So 3 different variations of a similar problem.